Roger Federer breaks silence, defends Coco Gauff amid cruel online attacks. What's happened to her is a crime. The China Open was supposed to be another thrilling chapter in Coco Gauff's rising tennis legacy, a tournament filled with excitement, opportunity, and the bright promise of a 21-year-old superstar entering her prime. Instead, it became something no young athlete should ever experience. A storm of harassment, hostility, and cruel attacks that spread across social media like wildfire. But when the world seemed to turn its back, when online hate grew loud and vicious, one voice rose above it all. Calm, steady, legendary. Roger Federer. The man respected worldwide for his grace, humility, and unmatched tennis legacy stepped forward with a message that sent shockwaves through the sports world. And in doing so, he gave Coco Gauff something far more powerful than a statement. He gave her protection, dignity, and hope. This is the story of how Federer shattered the silence, why he spoke out, an emotional moment that left Coco in tears. The online storm no one saw coming. Coco Gauff has faced pressure before, the weight of expectations, the spotlight, the scrutiny that comes with global fame. But nothing compared to the wave of online abuse she encountered after a controversial moment at the China Open. Anonymous accounts targeted her aggressively. Hate-filled messages poured in. Threats, insults, and cruel remarks about her identity, her character, even her skin color. Things no human being, let alone a young woman, should ever have to read. For days, Coco tried to stay strong. She kept practicing. She kept smiling for cameras. But behind closed doors, the emotional weight was suffocating. Those around her said she barely slept, that she stopped reading comments, that she felt betrayed by fans who once praised her. And as the criticism grew harsher, many wondered, where were the voices of tennis? Why was no one stepping forward? The silence was deafening, until Federer broke it. Federer's words that shook the tennis world. On a quiet afternoon, during what was supposed to be a routine interview in Switzerland, a journalist asked Federer if he had seen the backlash aimed at Coco Gauff. His demeanor changed instantly. He sat up straight. His expression hardened. His tone shifted from calm to deeply concerned. And then, in a rare moment of direct condemnation, Federer spoke with unmistakable emotion. Don't touch her. Don't touch her skin color. What is happening to Gauff is a crime. The room fell silent. This wasn't Federer, the diplomat. This wasn't the elegant figure who usually avoids conflict. This was Federer, the human being, angry, protective, and unafraid. He continued, "How can people be so cruel and abandon a 21-year-old who has just started her journey? She deserves support, not this hatred." His words exploded across the internet within minutes. Sports networks replayed the clip nonstop. Players shared a statement with messages of solidarity. Fans expressed shock and relief that someone so respected had finally taken a stand. But the person most affected wasn't the world. It was Coco. The moment Coco learned what Federer said. When Coco's coach showed her the video, she was in a quiet training room, lacing up her shoes for practice. The moment Federer's voice filled the room, she froze. Her eyes widened. Her breath caught. Her hands trembled slightly. And when he said the words, "What is happening to Gauff is a crime," something inside her broke open. Tears streamed down her face, soft at first, then uncontrollable. For days, she had felt alone. For days, she had carried the burden of hate quietly. For days, she felt like the world had forgotten she was just a 21-year-old girl trying to chase her dreams. But hearing Federer defend her with such passion, hearing him call out the cruelty she had endured, hearing him protect her in front of the whole world, it overwhelmed her. She whispered, almost to herself, "Why would he say that? Why would he care so much?" Her coach replied gently, "Because he sees your heart, not just your talent." An emotional meeting that no one expected. A few days later, Federer reached out to Coco personally. He didn't want the world to see it. He didn't want cameras. He just wanted to check on her. They arranged a short private meeting online, and Coco could barely speak when his face appeared on the screen. Federer began with empathy, not advice. "Coco, I'm proud of you," he said. "Not for your tennis, for your grace." Coco covered her face, trying to hide her tears. She whispered, "Thank you. I didn't expect anyone to say anything. I thought I had to handle it alone." Federer shook his head. No, you are not alone. You're part of family. The tennis world must protect you. Then he added something that made her heart swell. Never let the hateful voices drown your purpose. You are stronger than you know. Those words didn't erase the pain, but they gave her something she desperately needed. Courage. Why Federer defended Gauff so fiercely. Roger Federer has always been admired for his sportsmanship, but those close to him say this moment wasn't just about public morality. It was personal. He sees something in Coco that reminds him of himself at her age. White heavy checkmarked the pressure of global expectations. White heavy checkmarked the vulnerability that comes with early fame. White heavy checkmarked the responsibility of being a role model. White heavy checkmarked the innocence of still being young despite extraordinary success. He once said in an interview, "Young athletes give so much joy to the world. The world should give them protection in return." And for Coco, facing hate not for her tennis, but for who she is, Federer felt compelled to act. To him, silence would have been a betrayal. Tennis players unite behind Federer's stand. Federer's words spark a wave of unity across the sport. Top players posted messages of support. We stand with Coco. Enough hate. Protect young athletes. Former champions spoke out too, praising Federer for saying what needed to be said. Broadcasters condemned the online abuse. Journalists began covering the dangers of digital harassment in sports. Fans apologized, admitting social media culture had gone too far. The narrative shifted. A legendary example of sportsmanship and humanity. Federer didn't make a statement for recognition. He didn't do it for public applause. He did it because it was right. And in doing so, he reminded the world that true greatness has nothing to do with trophies or fame. It's found in compassion. Coco will achieve many things in her career. Grand slams, records, history. But this moment, this powerful intersection of vulnerability and solidarity, will always remain one of the most defining chapters of her journey. Conclusion. A champion protects another champion. Coco Gauff may be young, but she carries the future of tennis on her shoulders. And although the world can be harsh, she now knows she has protectors, real protectors, who see her worth beyond headlines and criticism. And at the center of this protection stands Roger Federer, not just the greatest tennis player of all time, but one of the greatest human beings the sport has ever known. His words didn't just defend her. They healed her. They lifted her. They reminded her that she is seen, valued, and never alone. What's happening to her is a crime, Federer said, and the world listened. Because when a legend speaks, silence breaks, and hope begins. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.